Today's makeup look is going to be inspired by the Sockeye salmon, but it's gonna be entertaining, trust me. I just gave Shrek a blowjob. It doesn't taste good. Wow, that looks so freaking attractive, y'all. Now the face of the Sockeye salmon is basically complete. You might know me from elsewhere or nowhere, but here in my YouTube channel, every video is an introduction. So come and get glammed with me. First, I'm gonna get right into it by moisturizing my face, and for that, I'm gonna be using my sister's moisturizer. And we all know the first rule of makeup, not to prime is a crime. But today I'm gonna be a criminal because I unfortunately don't have a primer, and I'm just gonna be reaching out to one of the consistencies that I can get to close to a primer that I've used in the past. And for that, I'm gonna be using this RDL sunblock cream at like 48 pesos. It also gives you a mattifying look, so I really like that. Today's makeup look is going to be inspired by the Sockeye salmon. For this look, I'm going to be imagining that I'm going to be putting on the greens on the highlights of my face, or the interface, the highlights or the lighter shade of our foundation, and then my contours as the color black. The lower part of my mandibles is the white part of the fish, and my body is going to be the internal flesh of the salmon. For the eye makeup look, I'm thinking of a halo effect and using the colors of light orange and a darker shade of orange on the perimeters or the edges, and lining the whole lid with some white eyeliner. To showcase the vivid red color of the fish's scales, I'm going to be painting my hands that color. And I'm going to be using the Athena You Can Be palette on a mixing palette. And I'm going to be sharing to you guys the hack that I've been using since I've got that palette. It's using baby oil or any other face oil that you can think of to make the paint more easier to mix. You're welcome. When choosing an inspiration, I'm usually drawn to the ones that has a color harmony and has a distinct shape combination. And it's gotta have some sort of background or a symbolic meaning to it because I like to promote education, y'all. Come on, education! Just want to add some random type of information that you're probably never going to use in your life. That's like completely useless, but it's gonna be entertaining, trust me. That is attractive to the eye, and of course, it's gotta fucking slay. I look like I just gave Shrek a blowjob. Going back to salmon makeup, I don't know why, but every time someone mentions the rich or wealth or anything alike, the first thing that comes to my mind is salmon. I've always associated salmon with wealth, opulence, being rich, being able to afford the fucking food that you want. I mean, who doesn't want to eat what they want and not regret it because it's fucking expensive? And maybe I'm not after all wrong about associating salmon with being rich, because have you fucking seen the price tag of a 1 kilogram salmon sa SM? SM pa lang yun. Then not to mention it's caviar. But also, have you seen like a sturgeon's caviar and how it's priced in the market? I mean, with my net worth today, I don't think I can ever afford to swallow sturgeon's offspring. If anything, I can only swallow a sturgeon semen. And bitch, I don't even know if a surgeon out there wants to fuck me in this makeup right now. Bitch, my family is gonna watch this. Going back to what I mentioned, that I'm not really a huge fan of salmon roe or caviar in general, I am, in contrary, a big fan of sushi. I can remember myself back in 2015 or say 2014, I was playing Cooking Fever, and you open a restaurant in that game and you serve Japanese cuisine. I fell in love with the rolling of the sushi, so I watched YouTube videos on that. Wow, that looks so freaking attractive, y'all. And I was like, I want that. I informed my parents na, ma, bilan mo ako ng pang sushi. Gusto ko mag-try mag-roll eme-ruchi hey ng sushi hey. And luckily, they're really supportive about that request. And not to mention that my mom is also a chef. Pinagbigyan ako. So they went out to buy groceries and they bought me nori, yung bamboo roller, raw tuna, jasmine rice, And oh my god, that is so sweet. My parents are so fucking sweet. But I really just appreciated the moment with them and the quality time. Yes. Meron akong tatay. Meron akong nanay. But on the taste test time, it doesn't taste good as I imagined it would be. Ayaw pala ng sushi. I'm sorry. Refund. Ibalik to. But as we all know in life, things take turns. You hate something right now, you love it in the future, and it did happen to me with the sushi. I was like, hey, sushi does taste good. Fucking love it. And now I can't help myself but to crave one every sahod. Reflecting in that experience, I've picked up right now that you should give things time in your life. You might hate something right now and you might love it in the future. Who knows? I'm not necessarily saying that you should spend time with it because I just like took a bite out of one sushi and then realized loved it in the future. And I did not take another bite in that interval, which is years. I think that's a great lesson. You don't have to fuck, let's fix that. You don't have to love everything right now. You don't have to hate anything right now. You can just have something right now and then decide in the future. No one is forcing you to do anything. Walang nagmamadali sa'yo. But if someone is, fuck up the bitch. But don't get me wrong, this does not apply to every instances in life. This only applies to big changes in your life that you think is coming, not your deadline. Bitch, do your assignment. Ayaw mo ng thesis, be? Ako rin, be. Ayaw ko rin nun. Kahit minsan, pansit kanton lang naambag ko dun, pero may naambag pa rin ako, be. I'm talking about the course that you really want to take in college, the type of person that you want to become, and the person that you want to project into the world, the line of clothes that you feel will look good on you and that really suits your personality, your core values and core beliefs. Kung gusto mo mong magsettle sa Pilipinas, if you really want to marry your partner, all I'm saying is decisions takes a lot of time. It's not something that's instantaneous, hindi yan instant noodles. Pinagde-desisyonan yan talaga. Just gonna share something really quick. It's how I decided to stop my education in college. But we're putting on makeup for today's video, so I'm not gonna be discussing that for now. For some reason, my microphone did not record the next 1 minute and 30 seconds of the video, so I'm just going to be remembering what I said and try to incorporate that in the next clips. Now I'm going to be using this Johnson's baby powder to set my face makeup. Now, we've all got to admit that this was every makeup artist's first ever setting powder. There is absolutely no shame in that, and we've all got to start at some point. And no wonder why, I would always reach out to this product every once in a while because it does the same job as much as expensive setting powders out there in the market. Do you see this era is so mattified? Art. Salmon also contains great nutrients like vitamin B12 to keep my brain sharp so I can type good paragraphs on my keyboard warrior career, and omega-3 fatty acids to keep my depressed ass searching for dicks instead of crying. Both are valid. It's just that I'd rather be fucked than be fucked up. Speaking of fucking, did you know that salmon would go up the stream to where they were born just to mate? Watching a lot of National Geographic documentaries in my teenage years, the mating ritual of the salmon species has become embedded in my stock knowledge. After spending their entire life in the ocean gathering strength and nutrients, they must journey upstream to the place on the freshwater on where they were born just to mate. Some salmon would not survive up the stream because the currents are too strong and it would just tire them out to death. Those that have survived to mate eventually dies within after a couple of days to a few weeks. Gore, like imagine having to go through all that trouble for sex. All thanks to humanity and modern technology, all you have to do is download an app and the next thing you'll hear is a guy with a good place and dick who wants to fuck you. You just need to prepare and come over. But right now my main concern for technology is developing some type of software to make eyelashes easier to apply. Fuck. Now the face of the Sockeye salmon is basically complete. Now I'm just gonna be doing the flesh body real quick and paint my arms red. Honestly, that turned out way more better than I expected. Oh, it's not vivid red. The red paint is more vivid in real life compared to my camera. It could have been better, but I unfortunately don't have the luxury of time and resources to really invest in this makeup look. But nonetheless, I hope you enjoy this 20 seconds makeup montage. there you go. I hope you guys enjoyed my salmon inspired makeup look, and hopefully that one day I'll include salmon as one of my top staples in my grocery list. Grocery? Grocery! On my grocery lists. But before I say goodbye, I want to add this segment on my regular YouTube videos where I expose my cringiest, most embarrassing moments that have been scattered throughout my life. If my old self can see this video, she'll straight up make a sashimi out of me. This event took place in my junior high school, where I used to make everyone think I'm way more smarter than I already appear. So there's this book called The Count of Monte Cristo, and it has been adapted into a movie, and my Filipino teacher, also my advisor, have discussed who have read this book, and I unhesitatingly raised my hand up. And then her follow-up question was like, have you seen the movie? And I was like, yes. That is a straight up lie. I have not read the book. I've only watched the movie. My classmates' reactions was, ay putang ina, nagkukunwari ito baklan to. Sino nilaro ko nito? Alam namin na movie lang yung pinanood mo, girl. Like, I know. Ayun din yung iniisip ko. I was such a people pleaser. At least, not as much as I was before, compared to now. But lessons are learned and character development is earned. It's fun and nice, and it's a part of life. Your investment into watching this video is highly appreciated. Thank you. Again, this is Lloyd Ros reminding you to keep your shit and serenity. Until the next video. Goodbye. I gotta dye my roots. Okay. Let's do it.